So I'm laughing because because earlier I was debating what to talk about this morning. I had a few things that were popping into my mind, and one of them was talking about fundamental happiness as opposed to temporary, or the experience of happiness. And so I said, you know what, Creator, what do you want to talk about today? Do you want to talk about fundamental happiness? Like bedrock happiness? And suddenly that song went, it's more than a feeling. And I was like, yeah. That's it right there. It made me laugh. The way the universe starts to interact with you once you really make powerful statements about who you are is just incredible sometimes. It's like instantaneous. But yeah, foundational, fundamental happiness as opposed to the temporary experience of happiness. I think a lot of us are chasing that temporary experience of happiness in our lives, right? And if we're not finding it, then we think we're doing something wrong. We think we're in the wrong place. We think we're doing the wrong thing. We think we're not acting the way we're supposed to be acting. We think we're not choosing the right person. We think we're making the wrong decisions. And that's because we believe that the point of life is to have those experiences of happiness. But that's not the point of life. There's a difference between fundamental, foundational happiness and the temporary experience of happiness. You know, when you reach a point in your life when you know who you are, when you're solid in your decision making, when you're really solid in the knowledge of knowing what your values are, what you stand for, what moves you in your life, maybe what your purpose is. It's not necessarily 100% of a requirement to be able to state it, but once you step into that place and start to play with the universe, start to play with this beautiful natural world that we're involved in, this responsive quantum reality that we're involved in, then you start to get a feeling of contentment. I was talking with a really good friend of mine the other day, and he used that word, contentment. He said it's not really a happiness, it's like a contentment. But it's like no matter what's going on, those temporary experiences of emotions that we might be having, whether it's happiness, sadness, love, lust, loss, all these different things, flowing through it all is this foundational, fundamental contentment or fundamental happiness with life. There's a difference between those two things. So if you could do something today, maybe notice those places where you're chasing that temporary experience of emotional experience of happiness, and look at the places where you already have a fundamental or a foundational